there's a lot in the first murder, but we won't go into it because we want to see what the Aish Kodesh says a little bit. And so let's take a look at Bereshit, page 239.
It is well known that the Torah has its end rooted in its beginning, and its beginning in the end. In sacred literature, we learn many reasons for the connection between the last words of the Torah, before the eyes of all Israel, and its first words, in the beginning. In our current situation, we could say that the connection hints at the following. When chesed, loving kindness, is of the revealed word, meaning that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is bestowing an abundance of kindness, meeting all the needs of the Jewish people, this is chesed before the eyes of all Israel. However, when chesed is nistar, concealed to begin with, it is chesed only in the eyes of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as it were. Later, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu rescues the Jewish people, it becomes chesed in their eyes also, because then they can see the chesed that was hidden in the hester, concealed.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you the answer to this question of what he's describing with a music. Sometimes music tells a story that words can't tell. So I'm going to tell you the story of that paragraph in this music from my teacher, Rabbi Carlebach, and he made this up in the town of Krakow. So how many people saw Schindler's List? My teacher, Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach, and I have a picture in the other room of him davening in there was a famous rabbi there named the Ramah, and the pictures of him davening in the Ramah synagogue, which still exists in Krakow. And when he was there davening, he would say the angels taught him a new tune. And I'm going to sing the tune for you, and that he composed standing there in Krakow at the shul of the Ramah. And it goes like this, and it's about this paragraph. Da 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 da. If you know it, you can hum with me, or even if you don't know it. Da 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 da. About this Niggun is I asked Rabbi Shlomo what vision went through his mind when he was writing this, and he told me. And I later heard an interview with Steven Spielberg, who was relating what vision he had when he made the movie Schindler's List, and it was exactly detail for detail the same vision for both, and it was obviously totally independent one of the other. Europe. A wonderful journey. Anyway, so Spielberg made this scene, and Rabbi Shlomo told me the scene he saw was the Jews moving into the ghetto, leaving their lives behind, their professions, everything that was normal, and becoming caged animals. very powerful. And then, so that was the Hester part of the Niggun. And then I said, well, Shlomo, then what did you see? He says, I saw all of the people that Schindler saved coming to Jerusalem. And I asked, Spielberg said, he says, if you remember the end of that film, all of the survivors that were resulting from Schindler met in Jerusalem. They they showed them there in Jerusalem. It was so beautiful, powerful. He says, that's what I was envisioning when he made the music there in Krakow. And both Spielberg and Carlebach, two very different kinds of Jews, believe me. I have the same identical vision. It's so amazing to me. It's really like a wonderment, astonishing wonderment. That's the chesed. That's the rescue. Both occurred. Both were real events. And we ponder it deeply. Both events. And so I sing that Niggun every time I take my tefillin off. Every time I take my tefillin off, I sing that Niggun. Ta-da.